Holy shit, where do I begin with this guy? Okay, guys, hello. I want to tell you guys something. There's this... I've been wanting to make a video for a long period of time, and it's about this individual, Jerry Peet. Now, for all of you guys who don't know, and I can assume it's a good chunk of you guys, you know, if you do know who Jerry Peet is, it's probably because you're in the Brony community. If you do know who he is, but you're not in the Brony community like me, it's because you enjoy a good lolcow. Now, let me not get too ahead here, but Jerry Peet is very well known in the Brony community for being very, what's the term? You just don't know what the hell he's up to next, you know? It's very much what's he gonna do now kind of moment. And Jerry himself is very... Fuck, how would I describe Jerry? I mean, Christ. Okay, an introduction to him, a body, and an outro. How's about that? So the introduction to Jerry is he started off by making these videos very similar to that of Bob Chipman and Jim Sterling, and he also ripped off the style of Zero Punctuation for a bit, and that's how he became relevant. And he would just do rants about video games. Eventually, he moved on to doing My Little Pony because, well, at the time, once it came out as this big meme and people were like, "Oh God, this is actually an okay show" or whatever, whatever. Fact of the matter is, Jerry, once you started watching his videos, Jerry slowly but surely, as time went on, he started to show a few signs of, I want to say mental instability, to say the least. Now, Jerry started off by making this, he made a fake girlfriend. Now, I don't have a problem with people who, you know, like... Say you get into an argument with somebody and someone's faking that they have a girlfriend or whatever, and it's like, okay, whatever, dude, fuck you. You know, to validate themselves or whatever. Well, Jerry did that, but like to such a massive fucking degree, I'm pretty sure people like Peter Coffin would be proud. What he did was he said, "Oh, I have this girlfriend, her name's Tara Callie, you know, she goes under the fucking name all Corative," and you know, like he made her a Tumblr, and he would like post in her Twitter and her Tumblr and all this shit. And a lot of people noticed it's probably Jerry for a couple of reasons. One, they looked up her image, and like if you know how to reverse Google an image, it's so fucking easy. You go on google.com, you go on the images section, and you know, before looking for anything, there's gonna be like a little photo icon and shit. You click that, and you can enter a link or upload a photo. Once you do that, any photos that are similar to it or the same picture will pop up and tell you if it's been looked up anywhere. There's actually another website that does that same thing. Well, they did this with Jerry's quote-unquote girlfriend and found that it was just a stock picture of fun hair color ideas. And, you know, Jerry was going on full fucking shutdown mode once he was called out on this shit. He said, "Oh, my girlfriend." Get a load of this. This is what he said how his girlfriend died, or quote-unquote died or moved away or whatever. He said, "Oh, my girlfriend moved away. Why did she move away? Let me tell you why the hell she moved away. Because apparently she ran away from her house because she had an abusive father. So she took her little sister with her." Remember, Jerry's imaginary girlfriend ran away from her imaginary home with her imaginary sister because, you know, the dad was very abusive. So abusive, as a matter of fact, that she found comfort and relief in her, the imaginary girl, fucking the imaginary sister. So you're wondering, what in the fuck is this kind of explanation, Jerry? What is this? What is your obsession with incest? So this isn't the first example of Jerry doing this completely inane shit. There was also this time where Jerry, like, at some point or another, somebody asked him about, like, anime, and he said something along the lines of, "I don't watch anime because watching anime is gonna make you a pedophile." So a lot of people got pissed with that. You know, let me tell you something. My Little Pony Spurgs are just spurgy, but like anime people, like weeaboos, they're fucking full-on autistic, so they will get really goddamn defensive. So sure enough, people start looking into Jerry's internet footprint, and what they find is his damn... What they go ahead and do is they find his fucking his what the hell was it? His fanfiction account. Yeah, he had a fanfiction account. Isn't that some shit? And he had some weird fucking fanfics. He had one that was like a crossover of My Little Pony. No, sorry. World of Warcraft, Family Guy, and some other shit. And that one was retarded, right? But the one that was incriminating, to say the least, in subject of the anime makes you a pedo was, it was one about My Little Pony. It was specifically about one of the characters being like 13, getting like hooked up with, I think she was 13 or 14. She was underage. Let's just say underage for the sake of being the most accurate here. And she was, you know, like in a relationship with a much older pony. Like, fuck, what are you doing, Jerry? And there was a few incestuous things here and there, too. So, this is a guy that's taking a grandstand. You know, I'm not going to say this completely dethrones him, but it is a little hypocritical. Very much hypocritical, to say the least. Now, Jerry has been doing, you know, ever since this, I don't know what the hell it was, but, you know, at some point or another, Jerry caught a whiff of feminism, and he adopted it wholeheartedly and shit, you know, like, and this is how he started to alienate himself, I want to say. Maybe it was beforehand, but, like, the guy just, he couldn't fucking handle himself. He could not fucking, how do I put this? It's very much the same way as when someone gets red-pilled, so to speak, you know, like, I remember Jim at one point, he had a conversation with, shit, was it Destiny, I think? Well, at some point, Jim, you know, Mr. Mediker, he mentioned that when you get red-pilled, I assume it works the same way with blue-pilling. Like, you have sort of a tick. You don't know what the hell to do with this shit, so you sort of say all this information that you found out without really, I don't know, letting it sit in and putting it under control. You're not showing your power level, so to speak. And this is exactly what happened with Jerry. He, you know, found out about feminism, and he wanted absolutely everybody around him to turn to the fucking almighty word of feminism. And this is how he started dropping people. He used to work with one of the bigger YouTube one of the biggest like brony collaborators, Josh Scorcher. Now, if you go watch the dude's videos, you know, you'll notice, you know, right off the cuff, the guy seems pretty humble. You know, he comes from a place that he understands what shit's going through, and that's fine. But like, the biggest problem that I have with Jerry is like how much of a cunt he was with this kid. You know, like, the kid is very fucking, from what I've been able to see, you know, the guy's been very, transparent with what he does and shit. As a matter of fact, you know, like, he needed a helping hand and a helping ear with people. One day, he decided to go to HN, you know, because, like, he had some information to tell the guys. Not so much out of malice, but to tell them, guys, look, this is what Jerry's been doing to me every single time. Like, they were work partners. Essentially, what he did was, Jerry would edit the videos, and Josh would write them and do all this stuff. And now, Josh, from time to time, would have, his videos, like, he would script them out, say, oh, this is what I'm gonna say, whatever, and he would send it over to Jerry, and Jerry would say, yeah, I'm not gonna edit it because you know, I disagree with this. It's like, Jerry, what the fuck are you doing? You just edit the videos, dude. You know, it's one thing to, you know, suggest an edit, but, like, Jerry would go overboard, you know, with his fucking ideology and all that shit. Well, eventually, one day, Josh had enough. He split from Jerry, so to speak, and, you know, they were no longer working together. I want to say that this took a massive toll on Jerry's economic, like, situation, but I'm not too sure about that. What I will say is, Josh one day, you know, like, Jerry kept bitching at Josh Scorcher because, you know, oh, how dare he do this? He's also a sexist. He's also a fake soldier. He's also all this shit. And, you know, Josh one day, he said, fuck this. He made a video calmly explaining what the situation was. It was 30 minutes, sourced absolutely everything. And Jerry lost his shit. This was the biggest fucking hit, psychologically, I would say, that Jerry has taken. But that's what I thought at the time. You see, it's gotten really fucking bad now. I'm gonna put a link in the description. You see, at the time Jerry was, when he was going out with his, with his purple-haired girlfriend, he was friends with this other chick, and he would confess a lot of really fucking insane shit to her. Now, Jerry's footprint goes way the fuck out there. Like, super fucking out there. It is so goddamn insane how fucking far it goes. But apparently she has a log of all of the Skype calls that Jerry, all the interactions she had with Jerry. Not just the Skype interactions, but like Facebook interactions. Jerry has straight up come out saying that he has fucked a dog. Apparently his mom molested him at some point, you know, which would explain a lot of the incestuous shit that's going through if he's serious about it. I still want to not believe that this is true. So look, whatever you have against Jerry and stuff, I want to tell you, this is what you got to focus on first. You know, not to mention, you know, there was that one moment where, like, Jerry's friend, one of Jerry's friend, you know, when he was still, known as Ballspawn, which was, you know, the earlier days, the dude was very suicidal, you know, he's very depressive and stuff, and one day he told Jerry, I think I'm gonna do it, and Jerry was pretty much saying, yeah, bitch, do it, do a fucking backflip. And, you know, at one point, you know, Jerry said something along the lines of, oh, yeah, you know, I told him, you know, to do it and, you know, to stop being a bitch or whatever. And I don't know, that took a massive toll on what Jerry did, all things considered. But you know what? That's just my rant. You know, one of the greatest things I gotta tell you about Jerry is he has a lot of... Well, when you watch his videos, you know, I'm not a big fan of his videos and shit. I am a big fan of, however, like, somewhere in his videos, he'll interject his political views. And he has a very fucking strange perspective on the world. Like, for one thing, he's very apologetic towards, well, not apologetic, but he is a fucking, like, commie apologist, you know, a fucking Stalin apologist. And he's really fucking genocidal. Like, you know, he's got a lot of killing tendencies. Like, you know, it's not uncommon that he'll make
absolutely fantastic little rambles.
It's like, oh, we gotta kill the Republicans and the conservatives and whatever. Hey, if you want to disagree with them, that's fine, Jerry. That is 100% okay. Oh, yeah. Here's a fucking thing I'm gonna tell you. Jerry is so fucking easy to upset. For one thing, he can't stand, like, you know, one thing you'll notice is he's a
poor and depressed transgender individual who mysteriously does not have dysphoria.
He'll, go out of his fucking way to, like, draw these pictures of what he, like, okay, he has this thing called a puppet, he calls it. It's essentially just...
a little girl, what he desperately wants to be.
He decided to call it the puppet for whatever reason. I guess he just didn't have the right word at the time, so he said, oh, it's instead of saying, you know, it's my icon, it's my mascot, it's whatever, it's my puppet. People assumed, yeah, he's gonna be a tranny once, like...
He picked a female horse to represent himself in his preachy little YouTube show, and he said multiple times he hates using jeans because the fabric for them is too rough.
Look, if Jerry has at any point whatsoever wronged you, if at any point he's blocked you and you feel bad about this shit or whatever, if at any point, like, you know, the guy poses an argument and it seems genuine and then, like, he misconstrues everything and shit, just know one thing and one thing only. You are better than him for one reason. You don't fuck dogs, and if say he didn't, you don't joke around about that shit. You don't degrade yourself so low. This one's for you, Jerry, on the off chance you ever watch this video. You will never, ever look like this. Even after all the hormone therapy, dude. Even if you could afford all of the surgery in the world, you will never resemble this. It's just not gonna happen, dude. Never. Your hairline is too shit, dude. You're bony, but you're not gonna be bony curvy. It's not, you know, your bone structure will never rearrange itself to do this. Even if you pump yourself with all the estrogen that the world and the universe has to offer, you will never look like this. It's just not gonna happen.